Good morning. Today I want to talk a few minutes about an issue which many people have and many people come to me with, and that's the question of anger. Anger. No. Most people have issues with anger. Sometimes, and very often, especially with men, it's actually a symptom of depression. First thing we want to look at to see if there's some issues with depression. Of course, women get angry also. They have anger issues. What we need to do is understand that there are actually two basic ideas. One is the idea of anger management, which has to do with when you get angry, how do you manage it? How do you make sure that it's not going to become to that second level, which you can't control, which instead of calling it anger, we call it rage. So you say, can you be angry and manage it? But if you become enraged, then you can't. What happens when you become enraged? When you become enraged, you start thinking more and more and more about why it is okay and good to be angry, why it's justified. And that's probably the crux of how you can get to the level of not getting angry at all. Once you change the way you think and you practice the way you think that is putting you into a state of anger, and you practice ways of changing the way you think and changing your perspective, that in fact whatever seems to be making you angry, it's nothing that is actually dangerous to you that you need to lash out and become angry for. For instance, you go to the restaurant, you ask for a Sprite. The waiter comes 15 minutes later with a Coca-Cola. Now you might get angry. Is it worth it? Have you solved anything? Probably not. Because what happens is you're thinking, what an idiot, why can't he do, I'm paying him. Why can't he get it right? He should be able to get it right. Well, he should. But now that you got angry and you alienated the people you're eating with, probably wasn't worth it. Rather, you could have just as well said, you know you made a mistake, please go get me the soda I asked for. But that's a skill, and it has to be learned and it has to be practiced. That's what we do in therapy.